One of the key pieces of running a business is being organized. Even if you're not organized at home or in your personal life, that's fine. Your business needs to be organized. Now, I did include some, tips and tricks to help you become more organized, generally, but also for your business. So let's review some of these things. First and foremost, tracking your business expenses is important to keep your finances organized and to ensure that you're meeting your tax obligations. So some steps to help you effectively track your business expenses are going to be to separate your business and personal expenses. This is one of the most important steps in tracking your business expenses. Set up a separate business bank account, credit card, and use them exclusively for business expenses. Now, things happen. You might end up using your personal account for some stuff, but just make sure you immediately, keep track of those things and input them into whatever tracker you're using or QuickBooks. Keep receipts and invoices. So keep all receipts and invoices related to your business expenses. You can either keep physical copies or digitize them by scanning them and saving them onto your computer or cloud storage. Now, if you decide to utilize QuickBooks, they actually have an app that allows you to take pictures and upload your receipt in real time. And I prefer doing it that way. I only keep the receipt just to make sure that QuickBooks actually uploaded it, but then I usually just toss them afterwards. Next is you're going to categorize your expenses. So create categories for your business expenses such as rent, utilities, supplies, travel and meals and entertainment. This will make it easier to organize and track your expenses. Now, when we get into, weeks 1 and 2, I actually provide you an expense tracker. So don't worry too much about dealing with that right now. I will actually give you a template for that. Next is you're going to set up a budget. I talk more about this in the finance section. But determine how much money you want to spend on each category of expenses and set a budget. I love to spend money on marketing and research and development because those have the highest tax deductions, but feel free to prioritize your expenses and, develop your own system. Review and analyze your expenses regularly, such as a monthly or quarterly, system to see, where you can cut costs or make adjustments. I do this weekly when I'm first starting a business, and then, as the business kind of gets into the rhythm of things, I'll spread this out monthly, and that's just expenses. Sometimes I'll look at only marketing or only a certain category of expense, and once you're in business, you'll see which categories require some more attention. So you're going to analyze your expenses to understand trends and identify areas where you can improve your business operations. Next is using accounting software. I mentioned QuickBooks. That's a really great resource. Regularly reconcile your accounts. So reconcile your bank and credit card accounts regularly to ensure that your expenses are recorded accurately and to identify any discrepancies or errors. And what this means is you want to make sure that your QuickBooks or your Excel spreadsheet, however you're tracking expenses, actually matches your business bank account. So I generally will keep those receipts that I digitized until I reconciled my accounts to make sure that they're accounted for. Next is going to be to consult with an accountant or tax professional. I do this all of the time. I love LegalZoom. There's something called LZ Tax. It's a service provided by LegalZoom. I've hired CPAs that charge $200-$300 an hour, and LegalZoom beats all of them. So I recommend looking into LZ Tax. Now let's talk about general organization. So you want to set goals and prioritize, so determine what you want to accomplish and prioritize your tasks according to importance. Use a planner or to-do list. I love lists. I use notes from Microsoft. I use notes from Apple. I love making lists, so I recommend doing this or doing anything that helps you stay organized. So write down your tasks, your deadlines, appointments in a planner or to-do list. I like to use my calendar app, and then any other notes I'll put into a note, and I keep those notes on the very first screen of my phone. So the second I open my phone, I see my calendar, I see my notes, and it keeps me focused. Next is going to be create a routine. So establish a routine for your day, including setting a time to wake up, go to bed, and complete certain tasks. As an entrepreneur, you're going to find that this is really hard to do. Usually when I launch a business, I'm up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning just getting things done, and it really takes a detrimental hit to my overall well-being. So I try to stick to a schedule. I wake up at a certain time, I set aside a certain amount of time to handle business stuff. But, as an entrepreneur, once you kind of, set your business up and things are rolling, you'll find that you can start to slowly kind of become hands-off, and you'll experience so much more freedom. But in the beginning, you want to make sure that you definitely have a routine, and you try to stick to that routine as best as you can. Next is going to be keep your space clean and tidy. I am a bit of a neat freak, or organized chaos, as some of my friends like to call it. So at least when it comes to your business, keep your business stuff organized. Get file folders, make sure your computer is organized with all of your files in certain folders. So you want to make sure that you are remaining, clean and tidy. Storage solutions, I just went through that. Shelves, cabinets, drawers, I have all of those things. Minimize distractions. This can be really hard, especially if you have younger kids or needy spouses, but try to minimize your distractions during, certain times that you've allotted to handle business stuff. So put your social media away, unless you're, putting a social media post up for your business, but try to handle your business stuff and your business to-do list without any distractions. I mean, for some of us, that might be after our kids go to sleep, and for others, it could be, smack dab in the middle of the day when there aren't too many distractions because of whatever else. And the next is take breaks. I love to take meetings on walks. I love to, I listen to a lot of marketing ebooks, so I will throw a book in and I will go for a walk. Try to coordinate your breaks with meals, or, I'm a big fan of exercise, so, get your steps in, but make sure you're leaving your desk, you're leaving your computer, because you'll get tunnel vision, and you need to refresh that. The cognitive process that goes into really focusing on things needs a break. You need to switch it up in order to maximize productivity.